If you are a brand new hairstylist and you've been thinking about adding nails into your service menu, this is the video for you. My name is mundarabridalco and I help brand new hairstylists bridge the gap between getting licensed to creating the hairstylist life that they enjoy. All right, so when I was thinking about putting this video together, I decided that I wanted to open up and share my story about really where my brain is, okay? Because my brain is in a lot of different places. So, as a cosmetologist, as you know, cosmetologists can do hair, skin, nails, waxing, all of the above, lash tech, we can do it all. So, sometimes being a hairstylist, sometimes when you are in a salon and you're doing solely hair, you can start to feel like you're interested in other things. I'm here to tell you that if you are a hairstylist right now and you're watching this video and you also have an interest in nails or lashes, or you have an interest in other things, do not be hard on yourself. Know that what you're feeling is okay. It's natural. You have a right. Okay, first of all, allow yourself the space to feel comfortable enough to explore these other lanes in the beauty industry. Don't feel like you have to be so dead set on one thing. Like, oh, well, I've been doing hair for 3 years, so I guess I'll just keep doing hair, even though I'm also interested in possibly pursuing waxing or possibly adding nails into my service menu or whatever. Just allow yourself to be creative is what I'm trying to say. This is how this interest started with me, or how I started to be interested with nails. So growing up, me and my mom used to always bond over nails. She was very into the reds and the pinks. She was the staple of femininity. And I always looked up to her in that way. So I started getting interested in nails. I remember being a little girl and just painting all the time. Got to high school and then I started going to the nail salon. I went with my mom a few times, and then I started going by myself. The older I got, 16, 17, 18, I just started going by myself. And I loved it. Every time I went to the nail salon, I would have an amazing time at the salon. I would always talk to my nail tech. I would always I'm a talkative person, so I would constantly just be talking to the people around me, and it was just a nice vibe. The salon is just a good vibe to be in. Fast forward to when I was in cosmetology school, I remember when we touched on nails, I wasn't super into it, but I just remember being so amazed at the girls around me that took to the nails like that. It's when you're a nail tech, something clicks into your head. I would see how fast they were picking up the pearls, and I would see how interested they were with all the colors, and I would see all of their art, and I would just be so amazed at their creativity. And I would ask them so many questions, because I always have a ton of questions. I would always ask them questions how do you come up with these designs? How do you come up with structuring an acrylic nail? Isn't that hard? I would always ask them, isn't that hard? Are you afraid it might break? Or how do you cure? I just had so many questions. My interest was piqued again there. So when I was in cosmetology school, I started to practice doing my own press-on nails. I ordered the Gel X nails. I don't know if you guys know about Gel X nails, but I started ordering the Gel X nails from Amazon. And they're super cheap. I think it was each Gel X nail pack was probably $10. And I started doing my own press-on nails. And I bought a little gel light for $20 on Amazon, and some gel, sample gel polish colors. And I started doing my own nails. And the girls at cosmetology school, they thought that I was still going to the salon. That's how my press-on nails looked. I really enjoyed it. I did. I really, really enjoyed it. Acrylics, now that was another story. All of you nail techs out there that are masters at acrylic pearls and all that, I give you so much credit because mastering acrylic nails takes time and dedication. That is a quality and a characteristic that I'm still pushing through. God is working on me to adapt this characteristic of like resilience when it comes to like pushing through the irritation of like learning a new skill. The acrylic part was always a little bit difficult for me, but doing the press on nails was always really, really fun. So that again sparked my interest again in like doing nails, or at least adding nails into my service menu. So also, before I went to beauty school, I forgot to mention this part. Before I went to beauty school, I started during COVID, I started to do my nails again, obviously, because the nail salons were shut down in Pennsylvania. So I couldn't get to the nail salon. So I started doing my own nails and I actually really enjoyed it. Again, they were press-ons, and then I would just cure it with like the gel polish, the gel X, and it was awesome. So fast forward to today, I do work in a salon part-time doing hair, and I absolutely love it. I love the feel of doing hair, but I've always wondered about nails. Like, I've always wondered, like, where did this spark come from? Like, is this something that would be worth like adding into my service menu one day? Like, do I know any hairstylists that also do hair, or any nail techs that also, or oh my gosh, I meant to say nails. Do I know any hairstylists that also do nails, or do I know any nail techs that also do hair? Like, is that a thing? Like, is this a weird niche that doesn't have a lane? Like, these are things that I think about. And then I thought to myself, why am I overthinking this? Why am I overthinking this? Like, beauty school is obviously like people that go to beauty school, they go there because they just want to make people look good. Like, that's it. So whether you're waxing, whether you choose to do nails, whether you choose to do hair, whether you choose to do all of the above, you could be a one-stop shop. Listen, you could do somebody's nails, you can wax their eyebrows, and you can give them a bomb wash, blow dry, press, like all in one sitting. So I started to think to myself, like, instead of like overthinking it, and instead of like forcing myself to just like, oh, just pick one, like, just allow myself to open up my mind and pursue whatever I feel is like piquing my interest at the time. So, and I want you to know, again, if you're watching this video, if you're a hairstylist and you have an interest in nails, girl, just start doing nails. Like, start with your own nails. Start doing your own pedicures, doing your own manicures, start doing your girlfriend's nails, get yourself a practice hand. That's what I did. I bought myself like a $20 practice hand from Amazon. And for a while there, I was practicing and I was having fun. Again, I started doing those acrylics, and those acrylic nails are really, really tough for me. So if you do want to practice acrylic nails, just know that it's something that you have to be really, really dedicated. So just make sure you have the time and the energy and the mental, like, what am I trying to say? The mental strength to like push past that difficult part, because it is, for me, it's a lot harder than what it looks like. Another thing that piqued my interest with nails is there's this company called Young Nails Inc. And basically Young Nails is a nail I can't talk. Young Nails is a nail distribution place. It's a nail distributor, and they supply like gel nail polishes. They have acrylics. They have gel, like builder gel. They have literally any nail supply you can think of. Young Nails Inc. has it. They also, what I really like about Young Nails is that they have this like podcast called the Biz Talk, and I have learned so much, not even just about nails. I've learned so much about like business, discipline through Young Nails Biz Talk. Me binge watching Young Nails, like that just like really motivated me even more to like go hard in my hair and also practicing nails too. So you can see where kind of like my brain is like over here, but also over there too. But anyway, the moral of this video, I feel like I'm like all over the place right now, but I did want this to be like very raw, unfiltered, like just however I'm feeling is what you're gonna get. So, but the moral of this video that I want you to really like hone in on is, if you're feeling unsure about what you want to focus in on in the cosmetology world, just know that you're not alone. Know that you're not alone. If you see a hairstylist that's been doing hair for 15, 20 years, try not to compare yourself to her, because you don't know, in the back of her head, she could be thinking about, wow, I would really like to get into waxing, but I've been doing this for so long, so I don't want to start over. You never know like what people are thinking. And on social media, they could look super, super confident, which is great because we all want to be confident. We all want to look confident, right? But just try not to compare yourself to them, because you never know, in the back of their head, they're like, oh, 5 years ago, I really should have started like doing nails too, so I could do nails and hair, but like that would be too much. So I don't want to even like bring myself to that. So just, if you have an interest, girl, do it. Like, that's my advice to you. Do it. Get yourself, like we talked about earlier, get a practice hand, practice on yourself, practice on your friends, practice on whoever. Like, just for me, I know, and this is kind of like a morbid way of looking at it, but this is how I look at all of life. I never want to get to like my deathbed in the future. Like when I'm like, you know, if God blesses me with all these years, I hope he does. I never want to get to my deathbed and be thinking to myself like, man, I really should have pursued nails too. Or man, I really should have started that business. Man, what would have happened if I stuck with bridal hair? What would have happened if I expanded my knowledge to this specific lane? So you never want to have any regrets. Oh my gosh. This is like the result of way too much coffee, because I had a cup in the morning and then I had a cup at the mall with my boyfriend, and now I have another one. So this is just, please bear with me. Anyway, so back to my like speech on the mountaintop over here. So yes, you never want to be at the end of your life and be like, oh my gosh, I regret, like I should have just did it. So just allow yourself, moral of this video, allow yourself the space and the time. Be patient with yourself. Allow yourself the time to explore whatever it is that you want to explore in cosmetology. Try not to judge yourself. Be kind with yourself. I know it's hard. I'm one of those people that when I see other people and they're like so successful in their one thing that they've been practicing all their life, I look at that, and to be very, very honest, I become very envious of that. I'm like, oh my gosh, like how does she do it? How does she get up every day and she's like, I'm gonna do hair and that's it, and I'm focused and I'm honed in, and this is all I'm doing. For me, in my head, my brain is constantly scattered. I'm that person that is just like into so many different things, and it's like, but I want to challenge you. If you're like me and you're into a whole bunch of things, like I want to challenge you to not look at that as a bad thing, to not look at that as a negative thing, but to look at that as an advantage. There's a lot of people out here that like wish that they could come up with ideas like this, and here you are mastering a whole bunch of things. Like that's talent. That is talent, to be able to like pick up something and be good at it. Like everyone can't do that. It's like that one kid in band class that literally picks up any instrument and they're like, oh, I can play that. I can play that too. And I can play that too. And you're like sitting there with your keyboard and you're like, okay, cool. But anyway, back to the topic. Video's kind of all over the place, but whatever. Like I said before, this is me. You're going to get what you get. I hope you like it. I can only hope and pray that you come back and keep supporting my channel, which to the people who have been, thank you so much. It's been amazing. So anyway, if you are a hairstylist and you're watching this video and you've been interested in adding waxing or nails or lashes into your hair beauty business, definitely drop a comment down below. I would love to hear about all of your experiences, How has it been transitioning from hair to nails, or from nails to hair, or whatever transition that you want to add into your beauty services? Definitely leave a comment down below. If you have any suggestions for any future videos, leave a comment down below. As always, my DMs on Instagram are wide open at mundarabridalco. I would love to connect with you, love to chat with you one-on-one. So with that, definitely stay tuned to my next week's video on Monday at 9 a.m. Definitely hit the like button and the subscribe button if you are enjoying this hairstylist beauty business content. So with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.